Hey, what's up everybody? Marlon Ladd here. All right, so today we're going to talk about how to do your own headshots. First of all, let me say thank you to everybody that has subscribed to my channel. This has been a long process. I have not been posting a lot of things this year. I've been extremely busy. I am a full-time professor now and a filmmaker, and I'm acting in other films, and I've got a nonprofit. I've got a lot of stuff going on. But I'm doing these videos more and more because even though I'm doing all these things, I still have a lot of free time. And what do I love to do? I love to teach. Take a moment, give me a thumbs up. Give me a like on this video. This is how these videos circulate, okay? You know how the algorithms work. All right, so hit that like button and let's go on to the video. So if you're an actor, this is important for you. You may not have the money to go and hire a photographer, spend thousands of dollars or several $100s. So how can you do it yourself? In this video, I'm gonna show you how you can do it yourself and get some quality work. Now, what are you gonna need to be able to do your own headshots? You're gonna need a camera. Right? You're gonna need some lights, okay? And you're gonna need a space to do it. So I'm showing you my setup here. I have this Godox light, which costs several $100s. You don't have to have a Godox light. You just need a light, okay? So the first thing that you need to know, right? You don't have to know a whole lot about photography. I do some photography and I do it I light everything like I would light if I was filming, okay? So what I have here is a China ball, which helps give you soft light. So the bigger the light source, then the softer the light, okay? So I have that light right over here. And you don't have to have a China ball. You can set up a white sheet, or you can set up the white section of like a reflector, like the inside of a reflector, because it's got silver on one side and then it's gold on the other side. And inside of that, usually they have something that's just white, okay? So you can use that, bounce the light to give you some soft light, and you need to have that on one side, and you can have another light on the other side. Now, what are you looking for in a headshot? Casting directors are looking for your face, right? The face. They want to see what you look like. Because what this headshot represents is what you will look like on camera, okay? So there are going to be a lot of different angles. Depending on what role you're going for, there's going to be a lot of scenes that you're in. You want to make sure that you are, for lack of a better phrase, easy to look at. Now, it just depends on the character too. If you're playing a bad guy, you don't need to be easy to look at, right? But if you're going out for a lead or whatever the case may be, they just want to make sure that you are photogenic. Now, how do you make that come across in a picture? You want to light it correctly. Now, there's 3-point lighting system that we use in film, which is very basic and very simple. But what you want to do is, if you look at this setup that I have a light over here, right? That's on one side of my face. I have another light, which is my main light on this side. And then I have a light behind me, which is on the background, right? So I have a black sheet back there, a plain black sheet. And what I did was I took one of my lights, set it up on a bag, and put like a red gel over it. Another time I put a yellow gel over it, just to break up that black, just to make it look, kind of different, okay? Because what black does is suck up all the light. So if you can add a little nuance to that, then the better. Now, if you have different backgrounds and stuff like that, that is always good. Now, sort of the medium backgrounds are good. If it's too light or too bright, then that might take away from your face, okay? So you need something that's kind of dark, but not too dark. So something in between. All right, so all you do is get your camera, make sure you got good depth of field. Now, depth of field is the separation from you and the background, which means that you will be in focus, your background will be blurry, okay? So you need an aperture of like a 1.8 up to a 2.8. Those are all really good. Now, we're talking about doing this indoors, okay? Because if you're doing it outdoors, there's a whole host of problems that you're gonna run into. You're gonna run into the sun where it is, how to block that light. You're gonna need somebody to hold a reflector because you can't really get lights outside unless you got battery operated lights. So the easiest, simplest thing to do to get a good quality headshot is to do it indoors. That way you can control all of the lights, okay? So look at this setup that I have. And remember, most of the magic from these pictures comes in post. It comes in Photoshop or Lightroom, okay? You might be thinking, hey, what I need to have makeup for these headshots because when you get on set, they put makeup on. No, that's what Photoshop is for. That's what Lightroom is for. That's what airbrushing is. It takes care of that. And even if your lighting is not perfect, because I've done this time and time again, I will have to fix that in Photoshop. I will have to fix that in Lightroom, okay? But best case scenario, you get your light right, okay? And then you have to do less in Photoshop and less in Lightroom, okay, to jazz it up. Now, find you a friend that has a camera, get you a camera, use what you have, make it work. Whatever you can do, right? If you want to do this, if you want to be an actor and you need a headshot and you don't have money, you do this yourself. And don't think that you're going to get it right on the first time, because you're not. This is like trial and error. You do it until it looks right. Now, I set all this stuff up. This looks like really simple. I've done this, I don't know how many times, but guess what? It took me a few hours to get the kind of pictures that I wanted, because I kept going back and forth and back and forth. Now, one of the things that helped me was I had an external monitor to my camera, so I could actually see what the camera was seeing, okay? So that saved me a whole lot of time. So I could move the lights, I could adjust the lights to see what I liked. And then I set the camera on self-timer and went. That's it. That's what you need to do. But expect to spend several hours getting your light right, getting the setup, but you can do this. So check this out. There are going to be some people out there saying, no, you better go get a professional headshot, blah, blah, blah. That's all fine and good. But guess what? All of my headshots, except for the ones that I took like early on in my career, I took them, or my wife took them, okay? The headshots that I took over the last probably 4 or 5 years, I took them. Now, I just got booked on a family film from Lionsgate, a movie called Ghoster. And what headshot did I use? I used a headshot that I had taken myself, because you can do this, okay? Don't think you can't. Don't listen to what anybody else has to say. What that headshot is essentially your resume. They're going to look at you and say, hey, this person could fit that role. And then they want to see if you can act. So that headshot is going to get you in the door. So you don't have to have the best one out there, but you have to have a good one, and it needs to look professional. That's it. So if you ain't got no money, but you got time and you got equipment, and even if you don't have equipment, guess what? You can rent some. Lens rentals, all right? There are plenty of places where you can rent cameras, or find a friend, or find somebody that is a photographer that is looking to take headshots, might do it for free, or might do it for little or no money. But this video is not about that. This video is about how you can do it yourself. If you want to do it, where there is a will, there is a way. Get in there, make it happen. If you need some additional tutorials on how to make that picture pop in one of those apps, let me know. I'll do a video on that. But hey, if we get a certain number of likes on this video, I will definitely do it. Okay, let's get like 5,000 likes. All right, let's go. I hope this video helped. If it did, make sure you leave a comment and subscribe. And I'll be doing more videos this year because I have a little bit more time. So let's go. If you want to be an actor, don't let nothing stand in your way. Go get it. Don't forget to subscribe and turn your notifications on, okay? If you like these videos, definitely leave me a thumbs up.